Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Scheib, and this morning we're visiting with Julia Wilson. She's Family and Consumer Sciences Agent in Edmonson County. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning, Kristi.
Julia, today you are going to talk to us about how we can stretch our food dollar. And I think that is something that we all can apply to our lives right now.
Yes, Kristi. All of us right now are looking for ways to stretch our dollars in every aspect of our life, whether it be, putting gas in our vehicle or our food dollars or any other ways. So I've just got a few tips today on how you can stretch your food dollars at home and at the grocery store.
All right, great. Julia, how can we get started?
So the first thing we need to think about is cooking at home. Eating out can be expensive. It's always been a little expensive, but now more than ever. And so even small amounts during the week can add up. You may not think of much of that $3, $4, $5 breakfast sandwich every morning, but over the course of a week and then over the course of a month, that can really add up. And so you need to think about, eating at home more often, cooking at home more often. But if you are going to eat out, look for ways to save money while eating out. So if you eat out, maybe you just want to eat out as a family, go eat a lunch or maybe an early dinner versus dinner. Sometimes there will be cheaper options, before 5 o'clock or before 4 p.m. And then always opt for water versus getting, maybe a soda beverage or, some kind of alcoholic beverage. Water is always going to be free, where those other beverages can be much more expensive. And then always skip the appetizers and desserts. Just go for your meal and then maybe go home and make some chocolate chip cookies for dessert.
Some restaurants offer free meals for kids.
Yes. So look for those. So look for those kind of deals. Look for coupons. Use their app if they have one. Some fast food restaurants may have an app. If you buy one sandwich, you get one free. So look for ways to save money if you're still having to eat out. Maybe because it's a time factor, it's more convenient to eat out, or, maybe you just don't have time to cook. So look for ways to save money if you can't cook at home more often. Another thing is pack for lunch. And again, that kind of goes back to the eating out thing. But again, that money can add up over the course of a week. So do planned leftovers. Cook a little bit of extra dinner to take to work the next day. And then think about, what do you have available at work? Do you have a refrigerator to store your stuff in, or do you need to invest in a good lunchbox and, ice packs to keep your food safe? Do you have a microwave? Do you have a stovetop? If you have a microwave or stovetop, you could just do, simple things like soup. You could warm up your soup. There may be some freezer meals you could do. So evaluate what you have at work to use. Be creative. You don't have to just think, sandwich and chips every day. You can buy little Tupperware containers, and then you could put cupcake liners in them to separate your food. Make like a little bento box. You put your cheese and your fruit and maybe your crackers or pretzels, and then maybe some chocolate chips, kind of a little snack there. And it just looks appealing. And, if our food looks appealing, we're more likely to eat it. Make tea at home. Make lemonade at home. Use a reusable water bottle. Use leftover meats for sandwich meat instead of buying sandwich meat. Have chicken instead of buying the sliced chicken at the store. Those whole cuts of meat will be cheaper in the long run. And then another thing to do is stretch your main dishes with like pasta, rice, or potatoes. And my favorite example of this is, take a pound of hamburger, but instead of using the whole pound for your meal, use half a pound, and then add a can of black beans and add some rice and add some tomatoes and add some corn, then add your taco seasoning to that. And that's a very filling meal, but you've cut back on the expense of having that meat in there.
I think sometimes leftovers get a bad name, but really planning those leftovers can add so much convenience to your life and really save you from having to cook. They can save you time, they can save you money, and they really are a wonderful thing. So if you put a little planning behind that, then you know that those leftovers are really there to help you. Julia, if anyone has any questions about stretching their food dollar, where can they get that information?
They can get more information from their local cooperative extension service. And also the Kentucky Nutrition Education Program has a website, Plan, Eat, Move. They have lots of recipes and resources on there as well.
All right, Julia, thank you so much for being with us today and sharing so many great tips. Thank you for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show, and we'll see you next time.